You're really into computers, huh?
Yeah.
WarGames! Dude, this is no question the greatest hacking movie ever made. 1983, when the movie came out, it was like state of the art. The whole hacking scene had war dialers, which was named after WarGames. The war dialer concept, it's almost like this movie invented it. And this is completely plausible.
Are those your grades?
Yeah. I don't think that I deserved an F. Do you?
Like, there was no dial-up security back in the day. It was super easy to just guess passwords or brute force them, so dialing up to the school and changing grades, 100%. And that's exactly how you do it with an acoustic coupler. The MSI 8080, this was one of the actual first PCs. The original concept behind the screenplay was really, really dark, and the first director that they had on this film, they fired him after 12 days because he took it to a really dark place where Matthew Broderick and his co-star were doing like this weird like Nazi stuff in a room isolated from the rest of the world, and they were like, okay dude, you need to go. Adam, I think, was the final director, and he ended up having to do like almost a therapy session with them to get them out of the dark place where they played games and sang songs and got back to their happy place, and then, you know, hacking was depicted as being fun. But the original idea behind this was like super, super dark. And then the other thing about WarGames is Professor Falcon. You know, Falcon's Maze is like this really big concept in WarGames, and Falcon is living on an island in the Pacific Northwest, or I guess in the film it's in Oregon, and he's isolated, and when they get there, he's like, oh no, we should totally nuke the world. And she's like, dude, I'm 17.
We'll be spared the horror of survival.
I'm only 17 years old.
Don't do that. And he's like, no, it's futile. And he's surrounded by dinosaurs because the dinosaurs were basically nuked by a meteorite from outer space. And so he's like, no, we should do that to the human race. But that is some of the darkness around this film, is the scene with Falcon in his house.
Extinction is part of the natural order.
Bullshit!
The screenwriter worked with folks from the Rand Corporation and really, really did his homework. And so what ended up happening is 1983, when the movie came out, it was like state of the art for the time. And if you just look around his room at the technology, but that's MSI is the piece de resistance. It's amazing that they actually used the correct technology for this scene, you know. But the acoustic coupler that he's using was before my time, you know. By the time I got into hacking, we were using modems that were boards that you would put in a computer or an external peripheral. It wasn't an acoustic coupler, the phone line plugged directly into it. You know, what's also crazy is that DOS, I don't think existed when this MSI 8080 was being used. I think it was CP/M that it ran as an operating system. So it's like way before, like at the beginning of the PC boom. The very, very, very first PC that came before the MSI was in 1981. Some dude in his garage that made this PC, and it sold like 40 units. So this was like literally one of the first PCs that actually sold. And the thing about WarGames is it's such a deep film. Like, it's 1983. You know, you think it's like way before its time, right? Because it's about hacking, and hacking kind of went mainstream in the late 80s, early 90s. But WarGames is actually about AI.
Shall we play a game?
Whopper, the computer, having the delegated authority to launch nuclear weapons at an enemy. And so there's this AI that he ends up interacting with that he has to teach the futility of the mutually assured destruction policy. And we only developed the technology to do what they're depicting here in 2017/2018. It's like 40 years ahead of its time. As a hacking film and as a technology film, WarGames is absolutely superb.
How about a nice game of chess?
So ahead of its time.